Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Steven, the S in Team S Productions, and Happy New Year's. This is actually the first video that we are filming entirely in 2021. The last video was the Wish Film Gear, which took many months to film, but we're back, and it feels good to be back. If you haven't noticed, over the past year on this channel, we've really gotten into FPV drones. And we're not the only ones. A ton of other creators have also gotten into FPV drones, and it has seen a huge increase in popularity. If you don't really know what FPV drones are, I'm not really sure why you clicked on this video, but I'm glad you're here. But to boil it down to a single sentence, they are DIY drones purpose-built for speed and tricks. They offer a very unique perspective that consumer drones just cannot match. You may remember a year ago, we made a video about learning to fly FPV drones, and you guys really seemed to like it. That video is all about my first week, and boy, was it brutal. Ah, my finger! That thing draws some real blood. Oh shoot! Oh. Hey! But I have come a long way since then. So that is why in this video, I'm going to roll back the clock and go through everything I've learned, things that have changed, the experiences I've had, and how my skills have improved over the last year as an FPV drone pilot. Ever since publishing that original FPV drone video, I was hooked. I literally went out every single day to fly the drone as much as I possibly could. This hobby in general I found very fulfilling, as it covers a huge variety of skills, from soldering, to building, to coding, to flying, to troubleshooting, to researching. You do not realize how my Googling skills have improved, searching every single tiny issue and little tiny thing that you don't even know the name of. Yeah, there is a lot to it. And that is why I like it so much. I like how there is such a perfect mixture of software and hardware, and there's no limit to the amount that you can learn. You spend just as much time behind the computer as you do behind the soldering iron. Shortly after posting that video, I wanted to show all my friends. And you know that awkward moment when you go out and want to show off and you overestimate how good you are and you're trying to impress your friends, but things don't necessarily go according to plan? Yeah, that is kind of what happened to me.
Oh my god. Watch over the tree. Power loop. Steven, you just bashed it right into the floor.
Oh my god.
That was way too close. Okay, where's the...
Is it okay? Oh no.
So she's a little shattered.
Holy frick.
It's fine. We should be able to fix it. I'm gonna be honest, I saw it, he was like, power loop, and I was like, I didn't know you're that good. And you're like really close to all the trees and the ground. And then it goes like this, it goes, and then just smashes right into the floor, and it's like obliterates. I thought one of the legs fell off.
As you can tell, I wasn't ready for a power loop, but that crash was one of many over the coming year.
Oh shit. It is at this moment I'd like to play a game called Where's the Drone? For those of you watching who guessed in a tree, that would be correct.
When I first started out, I tried to build the drone for as cheap as I possibly could. But that could only get me so far. I was looking to upgrade my drone parts, and it just so happened that the guys over at Fly533 saw the video and were gracious enough to send us a drone that was a lot better than what I had. This meant I was able to get smoother footage and overall have a much better experience. At the end of February, just before COVID hit and the world ground to a halt, we managed to squeeze in one last trip to the Pacific Northwest, and this just so happened to be the first trip we were able to bring the FPV drone. It was only a week long, but my skills improved dramatically. I had been flying FPV drones for 4 months, and before this moment, every single time I took it out was just for practice. This trip was a great opportunity to finally get some cinematic footage I was actually happy with using in one of our videos.
If you see over there, the engines don't have anything in them, so I want to take the cine loop and then fly it through the little hoop and then along the wing and then down below.
Steven is literally down the hill. He's only seeing what he's seeing through the goggles, and he's going through an engine. Like, what is going on? Oh, here it comes. Come on. Are you kidding me? We're having a little bit of trouble timing it with Steven's flying, so we're gonna try it for like the 6th time, and hopefully this time is the one.
I learned a lot in that week, and it really pushed me outside of my comfort zone. We shot some pretty sketchy stuff on that trip, from flying it through a house, through the engine bay of an airplane, as well as down a waterfall. After this, COVID hit and everything kinda ground to a halt. But while in lockdown, the only thing I could really do was tinker with the drone. When lockdown finally let up, I was about 6 months into my FPV journey, and I just landed my first paid gig, filming the brand new 2020 Land Rover Evoque. Now this shoot wasn't specifically for my FPV droning abilities, but we did use it to get some supplementary footage of the car racing along the lakeside. Shortly after that, we landed a job with Mammut, and I got some of the most cinematic FPV drone footage I'd ever gotten to date. The location we shot at was a beautiful waterfall in the middle of the woods. Now at this point, it had been around 8 or 9 months, and you could say I was getting a little bit restless. I understood exactly how these drones worked, and I wanted to do something that was a little bit outside of the box. And turning a cardboard box into an FPV drone. I know, it sounds pretty crazy, but it worked.
No way.
After I did this, I thought, why not a book? So that's what we did. And that brings us to today. I thought it would be fitting to end off this year of FPV by taking it back to where it all started. If you guys remember back to the original FPV drone video, I ended off my first week of FPV by doing a ridge dive. I thought it would be fun to go back to the same location and do the same ridge dive I did in that video. However, instead of it being after 1 week of flying an FPV drone, it would be after 1 year of flying an FPV drone to see how much better I've gotten. We have arrived at the same location I did my ridge dive last year, where I did my first real flight. Now this isn't the exact same location. I'm standing like 10 meters away from where I launched last year. There's just too much snow, so this will have to do, but we have the exact same cliff face, so it should be the same thing. It does look a lot smaller than I remember. It's been a while since I've been back here, but it should still be a spectacular shot. Also, Aiden is here to help us film, so everyone say hi.
Hello.
And other than that, I don't think there's much else to talk about, but I think it's just time to get the drone in the air. The drone is ready to go. We are ready to fly. Now, you guys may notice that I'm still using these guys. These are the goggles I've had all year, and they have been my trusty steed. Now, a lot of you guys are complaining that I should be getting Fat Sharks or like some other types of goggles, and I actually did get some of the low profile type, the ones that aren't such big bulky boxes on your eyes, but I've just had nothing but issues with them. I just didn't really like them. The field of view is really narrow, and I don't feel that good flying it. And for doing something like this and flying this ridge, I don't feel confident enough using those goggles at the moment. So I'm just gonna stick with these guys, my trusty box goggles. Now, I am going to move to the DJI digital unit very soon, so it's not the end of the world. I will be getting an upgrade to these things. Well, that'll end that flight. I got the shot though.
Oh my God, this is so deep.
Do you see it?
Oh, it's buried in there. Found it. Oh my God. Hey guys, how's it going? Had a little dip in the snow there. Here you go. I am soaked like up to my waist.
That was a spectacular end to this year of FPV. I know I did crash, and I swear I have gotten better over this last year. I was just getting a little bit more reckless and trying to push this thing and see what kind of cool shots I could get. Before I crashed, I know I got one really good ridge dive, so I'm excited to check it out and see what it looks like. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are on the fence of trying FPV or getting into FPV droning, I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic hobby, and the shots you can get are absolutely insane. If you guys are new here, go down, comment, like, subscribe. It really helps us out. Also, go follow us on Instagram at TMSProductions_, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm excited for the next year of FPV. You look like a snowman there, Mitchell.
That's not my intention at all. I should have brought my snow pants and jacket.